So just over this past weekend, I came back from traveling. Me and my wife and some other family, we came back from traveling to New Orleans. And so on the way back, I ended up meeting a guy, older white guy, and we just kind of sparked the conversation up. So he ended up telling me that he made the majority of his wealth from something that he had invested money in when he was younger. He said he didn't put a lot of money in it. He said, but he said the main thing to building his wealth was one of the things that he did in the 90s. So he said in the 90s, he tried his best to live on $400 a month. And so, one of the things that I'm saying in this video is that, it just kind of solidifies a lot of the things that I tell people as far as when it comes to building wealth. Just try to live on the least amount of money as possible. It doesn't really matter how much you make. And also, even with your investments, it's not about getting out here and investing all of your money into something. But like he said, he just put a small investment one time, and he said it just kind of hit big for him. He said, and that's where the majority of his wealth came. But the main thing was that he just lived frugal just through the 90s. He said he just tried to live on $400 a month just through the 90s and stuff. And so just the sacrifices that people make. And so, the guy told me he had retired from the service and stuff, and a bunch of different things or whatever. But as he said, one of the things that he seen when he got out of the service was that a lot of his friends had the big boats, they had houses, motorcycles, cars, all of this stuff. And he was like, I was always wondering, like, where are they getting all this stuff from? He said, then I realized that they was getting everything on credit. And he said that was one thing that he didn't do, is jump out here and just try to spend more than he was able to make. And so, yeah, I hope this piece of advice, and just coming from somebody who has lived longer years than I've lived, longer years than probably some of y'all watching this video have lived. But like I said, that was a piece of advice, and dude looked pretty comfortable. I just seen him sitting back and just observing us and observing, a few different things around us or whatever. But, as I sparked the conversation with him, I kind of got that nugget of advice or whatever. So